All right, today we're diving into a health supplement that's been making some serious waves. It's called GlucoTrust Bites. And the reason it's getting so much attention, it's not a pill. It's a chewable candy. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what this product is, the science they say is behind it, and the results its creators are promising. So here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about why a chewable even exists. Then, we'll get into the science of it all, focusing on something called the resistin hormone. After that, we're looking inside the formula, checking out the benefits and results, and finally, we'll cover the price and the guarantee. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's start with the big idea here. For a lot of people, taking pills every single day feels like a chore. The creators of GlucoTrust Bites basically looked at that problem and said, what if we made it easier? What if we made it enjoyable?
And that really begs the question, right? Can something that looks and tastes like a piece of candy actually be an effective tool for your health? Well, the company behind GlucoTrust Bites is betting a big yes on that, marketing it as a super simple, even pleasant daily habit. This slide really lays it all out, the classic showdown. On one side, you have the usual complaints about pills. They're a pain to swallow, they can take a while to kick in, and you always need a glass of water handy. But on the other side, GlucoTrust Bites are positioned as the complete opposite. Tasty, fast-acting, and something you can take literally anywhere, no water required.
So what is it, officially? According to the source material, it's a daily chewable supplement that's designed to help you maintain healthy blood sugar, give you an energy boost, and kick those cravings to the curb. Now, they do make it in the USA in an FDA-registered and GMP-compliant facility. But, and this is a really important distinction, just because the facility is registered with the FDA doesn't mean the supplement itself has been approved by them for being safe or effective. Just something to keep in mind.
Okay, now for the really interesting part. Let's peel back the curtain and look at the science they claim makes GlucoTrust Bites tick. Their entire approach seems to revolve around one specific hormone in our bodies.
And that hormone is called resistin. According to the product's creators, this is the main target. See, resistin is made by our fat cells. And the problem, they say, is that when you have too much of it floating around, it can basically act like a roadblock for insulin. And since insulin is the key to managing blood sugar, you can see why they're focused on this. So their whole process really boils down to two key steps. Step one is to use ingredients that they claim can block that resistin hormone, clearing the way for your body's insulin to do its job properly. And step two is all about speed, using what's called sublingual absorption. That just means it dissolves under your tongue, letting the ingredient zip directly into your bloodstream. And this right here is one of their biggest selling points, speed. They're claiming that because it gets absorbed under your tongue, bypassing your whole digestive system, the nutrients can get to work up to 3 times faster than a traditional pill. That's a pretty bold claim, and it's a huge part of their marketing.
All right, so what's actually in these chewables? The formula is a mix of 13 natural ingredients, but the source material really shines a spotlight on a few of the heavy hitters.
First up is an ingredient called Gymnema sylvestra. And get this, its nickname is the sugar destroyer. How cool is that? According to the source, its main job is to help dial down those intense cravings for sugary foods and also slow down how quickly your body absorbs sugar from your meals. Next, we have banana leaf extract, which is sometimes called plant insulin. It's packed with something called corosolic acid, which is said to help your body get better at using sugar for energy, instead of just letting it hang around where it shouldn't. And here's where it all connects. Remember that resistin hormone we were just talking about? Well, this ingredient, Cordyceps militaris, is supposedly one of the key players that helps block it. Plus, they claim it helps boost your energy levels, so it's kind of doing double duty in this formula.
So, we've covered the what and the how, but what about the so what? What are the actual outcomes people are supposedly seeing? Let's take a look at the list of benefits they claim, plus a couple of user stories they've shared.
So here's the rundown of what the company says you can expect. The big one, of course, is supporting healthy blood sugar. But they also list things like crushing sugar cravings, firing up your energy and metabolism, and even helping with weight management. It also claims to help with inflammation, and naturally, they count the simple convenience as a benefit in itself.
Now, to back this all up, they feature some really powerful testimonials. For example, a user they identify as Jane S. is quoted saying, "I've lost 42 pounds, and my morning glucose went from 240 to 118. I mean, those are the kinds of numbers that definitely get your attention."
And here's another one from a Charles W. He reports his blood sugar dropped 40 points in just the first week, and then he lost 31 pounds. These stories are clearly meant to highlight not just the potential for big results, but also how quickly some people might start seeing them.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. For anyone who's curious about trying this, let's talk about what it costs and what kind of safety net they offer if it doesn't work out for you.
The pricing is pretty straightforward. A single bottle will run you $69. But, like with most things, you get a better deal if you buy in bulk. Grabbing 3 bottles drops the price to $59 each, and if you go for the 6-bottle supply, it comes down to $49 a bottle.
And to sweeten the deal, if you go for the 3 or 6 bottle option, they throw in 3 digital bonus gifts. You get a recipe book for healthier desserts, a guide for quick blood sugar fixes, and a 7-day plan to help reset your metabolism.
Now this is a big one, 60. That's the number to remember. It stands for their 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you basically get 2 full months to try the product out, and if you're not happy for any reason, you can get a full refund. It's designed to make trying it feel pretty low risk.
And we absolutely have to end on this because it's so important. The information we've gone over today is just for you to be informed. It is not medical advice. GlucoTrust Bites is a dietary supplement, not a drug, so you should always consult with your doctor before you start any new supplement.
Which brings us to our final thought. With companies focusing more and more on making health easier and more appealing, is this the future? Are convenient, tasty chewables like this going to become the new normal? It's definitely an interesting shift away from the traditional pill, and it'll be fascinating to see if this trend keeps growing.